What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the OMM podcast. We're back now. My boy Big Alex is here. He came back, got the IT kicking. So looking forward to getting some shows out to you, and just hope you check them out. Like, subscribe, and at OMM Podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Also, you can go to Instagram and check us out at OMM Podcast there too, and Old Man Muscle KC. So check it out, see what you think. Be a little positive, feel good, give it a little good feeling in yourself. So, best to all, but also got a great show coming up with my man, Chad Marr, down there in Dallas, Texas. Uh, Great conversation about training athletes and how we met and all that good stuff. So, I think everyone will like that. It'll be, you hear a lot of funny stories and also just positivity running wild. So, much obliged. So hopefully you check it out. Also got a little shout out here to Optimum Way. 30 years I've been guzzling this stuff down. So much love. And also much love. Kissimmee Muscle, baby. All day, every day. So everyone check it out. Looking forward to it. We'll be in touch. All right. Peace. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to OMM Podcast here. Got a special guest today, my man, Chad Marr, down in Dallas, Texas, of Marr Strength. And really fortunate to have him on, and been waiting for this for a long time. He's a great friend, a good person, and was a great training partner. And I can go on and on. So, but welcome, Chad. Thank you, sir, for taking time out of your day and hanging out here with us for a minute and filling us in on the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. It's good to be here. I figured if I had to talk to you and get on a podcast to get it done, then I'll do it. So here I am.
That's right.
Whatever I got to do to catch up. And we'll let everybody else listen in.
Right. Don't ever, if I ever say, I'm going to call you in 5 minutes, don't wait around. I don't talk very often on the phone,
No, I know.
I really appreciate you coming and hanging out and filling us in on our story, how we kind of wanted to start with like how we met and where we were training at back in the day. I moved to Dallas, Texas in the 1990, and it wasn't too long after that we started just I don't even know how it happened, just in the gym, and started getting after it.
I'm trying to remember. Well, I used to go through training partners like socks, you know.
Absolutely right. I don't know if it was Mike,
Yeah. So Mike and I trained together quite a bit.
right?
And
We're talking about Big Mike Scarcella, rest in peace, Mr. USA, Mr. America, and awesome training partner, obviously.
yeah, he was incredible. And anyways, he was in and out a lot. He traveled a lot, and I just remember seeing you one day, and I don't know what you were doing. It was stupid, but it was funny, and you were laughing the whole time. And I was like, I need to be training with him. Anybody laugh at pain like that? That's the guy I need to hang out with. And I remember the first day you and I trained, and we did legs, and
Yes.
I mean, and we didn't screw around. So I had like, I normally warmed up with like 315 on squats,
Yeah.
and you got 405 ass to grass for 15 reps, and that was your start. I'll never forget, man. And you squat, and you ripped that out, and you racked it, and you go, you want to start with that? You started laughing. I was like, no, you'll at least one off.
Oh yeah. That was at the gym, right? And
Yeah, it was the gym.
Texas. Beautiful place, man.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore. You know what I mean? I don't do that anymore. I can't get into yeah, that's
I look back on the stuff we did. It was crazy, bro. Did we ever go to Austin's gym together in Richardson?
yes.
And did we go to Pacific Gym also in Dallas?
Never went to Pacific. Wait,
Okay.
Pacific was
It was
no
kind of
Austin's. Austin's was
yeah, but we went to Austin's a lot. I remember
yes. Down in
Dude,
the basement.
So there's one thing that sticks in my mind. I know you'll remember this. We were doing legs, which I think we did legs like every 5 minutes. So,
What are we doing today? Legs.
legs.
Right.
And I was on a hack squat, and I swear, man, it was like God knows how long we had been there, and the thing was loaded out, and I don't, who knows how many reps we had done. I mean, I think we had as much weight on this thing as we could put.
Yeah.
You were yelling at me to get like one more, two more, three more, and I had nothing left. Like literally, I was about to lose the whole thing, and I racked it. And I remember you threw your freaking journal at me. I was like, "Wow!" I got the book thrown at me. It's like,
I don't know where that guy is.
I was like, "You threw the book at me, man."
Explains why I don't personal train. I remember just someone I'd have him like do something. I'm like, you don't want to do this today, so I guess I'm not going to do it today. So just leave the gym. That's not a good personal trainer.
No, it's not.
There for a minute, But man, I remember some of those trainings that were just it would help. It really helped me. You know what I mean? It really built whatever mindset, just having fun. I always had fun. People said, "Well, how can you laugh off?" As long as you can lock it in, you know what I mean? Like Arnold used to say, he'd be laughing, and the next thing you know, it's time to go.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to somebody about that today, actually. As a guy I train, and he was asking about like some of the stuff that we did, and he was asking about Mike and what have you. And I still have his journals here from when we trained together.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I've got them right here. And so I was pulling them out and just kind of, and I hadn't looked at them in probably well over a decade. I've got a place I keep them.
Oh, nice.
I'm out today, and I was
That's priceless.
Yeah, it really is. And man, it was a special time. There was nothing quite like it,
Right.
Everything was still new. There wasn't, the commercialized part hadn't really hit,
Yeah.
But the bonds that we all had, I mean, our gym was like a family, and that was just an amazing culture that we had up there.
It was for sure.
And I wish, I tried to recreate that, but it's not, it'll never be what it was. I mean, that was a special time. It really was.
It was.
There's something about working hard with your brothers and just doing stuff together that, like, I was telling Mike today, this other gentleman that works out here, I was like, when you dig deep like that and you get to a place, it's like where you can't even move and you're still going, and you do that with a buddy of yours, there's a bond that you get there that's pretty special. Do you remember Dave Welch?
Yes.
He'd won Mr. All right. So I was telling him a story about
Pretty
Dave.
boy, always in shape, just
pretty boy.
Like a weed whenever he just decided to train heavily and hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He was a good dude. So I remember one time, it was a Friday night, and it was before the gym was at the place where you and I trained. It was just down the street, and it hadn't moved yet. And it was Friday night. The gym was basically closed. It was like 10 o'clock. And I think I'm still in high school. And wow. Dave was quite a bit older. I mean, Dave was maybe, I'm going to say 7-10 years older than I was. I think he had won Mr. Texas, or he was about to. I can't remember.
Right.
We had trashed ourselves completely. And we literally crawled over to the couch, and we were just sitting on the couch. And I remember, man, like the room spinning. I feel like, I just, you want to throw up. You don't, and it's just he and I, and it's back when you had the big stereo speakers hanging from the rafters with the chains, the hair metal going. And, and we're just sitting there, and I'm like, God, I'm so happy we finished. And we were doing squats in a Smith machine, and we literally crawled to the couch, and we're sitting there, and it's just like, and all of a sudden Dave just goes, if we were real men, we'd go back over there and do another set. And I'm like, God damn.
Damn.
I remember turning over, and I started to move, and I look, and Dave's already on his hands and knees crawling back over there. And we legitimately, he did. And we went over there and we did another set. And it's like, and I would never do that with anybody today because it's crazy.
Right,
but
right.
I wouldn't take anything for it. You know what I mean? That was good stuff. Good stuff.
That was good stuff. And who else was there? Randy? Remember Randy?
Yeah, of course.
The trainer there, Randy, and who's the big boy, pretty boy, big dude that trained? God, he trained in there a lot.
You talking about Darren?
Darren, yes.
He was funny.
They
all were, but they were. Like, do you remember Big Larry?
That's Larry. Yes.
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 Oh, I trained with him too. He was like 6'6", 350, and won Mr. USA or some random thing like that. And I remember, don't you remember when he would come in the gym? Like, we all knew each other.
Right.
And I remember Larry would come in. Hell, you couldn't. Larry would eclipse the sunlight coming in the door because he was so tall and big.
Big
And I'll
time.
never forget, I don't know who it was, but someone was like, Cousin Lowry, what the hell are you doing here? It's like,
That
and
was.
it
I
was a
saw
special,
him years later at a convention,
did you?
and instantly bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
It was
course.
just, that was like you said, it was just a brother, bond of
It
us
was,
all there, and
it was a
everyone
special, it
gave
was
each
a
other
special
shit.
time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was a special time, man. God,
Right,
so
right.
much fun. Dude, there was another guy. I don't know who he was. I don't know his name. Some brother, big dude, jacked.
Yeah.
And he was, do you remember Brian, who had the gym for a while?
Brian Cruel, right?
Yeah.
Was that his
So,
name? Something like
yeah.
that, right? Yeah.
So Brian, I remember one day this guy was gone for a while. And then he came back and he showed up.
Yeah.
And Brian was like, "Hey man, where you been?" He goes, "Doing hard time." Brian didn't know what to say. And so he tried to change the subject because he was serious.
Right.
He goes, "Well, what are you training today?" And he goes, "Front." He goes, "Front." He goes, "What's that?" And he goes, "Everything on the front." He goes, "What's tomorrow?" And he goes, "Back." It's like,
That's prison work, baby. And that obviously worked, huh?
dude, that was so fun.
That is fun. Yeah.
That was a great time.
I was trying to think of how old were you there then? That was
Um,
like 20. What was that?
I
24.
think when you and I met, was that what had I finished modeling or was I no, I'd done all that. I
Yeah,
mean,
you've done that. That's what I was going to ask you. The modeling when you got in,
yeah,
and how long were you into that?
five
You might
years.
be interested. 5 years,
Hmm.
and you went and traveled all over with that too.
A
Big time.
little bit, like I had opportunities to go to Italy and stuff like that, but I kept it in the States, you know. So
Gotcha.
I worked in like South Beach, and in Southern California and in Dallas, you know.
Oh yeah.
Had some stints where I could go to LA and do those things. It was just, I mean, I was a gym rat that they figured out I looked good with clothes on. So, I mean, it just,
Right.
you
You
know,
were. You look good too.
yeah, it worked.
Obviously, it was a good.
Yeah, it
That's a
was,
good gig.
yeah, it was fun for a minute, but I missed the gym, you know, and I had to not lift as heavy and all that stuff. And,
Right.
you
Keep the
know,
look and all that good stuff.
yeah, but it was a good opportunity, man. I mean, I enjoyed that as well. It was just a
Absolutely.
different crowd. I mean, it was a very different crowd from what I was hanging out with, hanging out with those people. And I'm just
Right.
leaving it right
You think
there.
you bodybuilders are weird. You got a whole other meaning there.
Yeah, the fashion people are different.
Right. Hey, God bless.
I made friends with them too. I just didn't work out with them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I was trying to remember how long I was telling Alex here and my wife. Couldn't remember how long he did, but that 5 years that was good. It
Yeah,
really,
off and on, you know, and I was doing just different things, but yeah, it was fun.
right. Just
Yeah,
different. Then you moved when I moved. Then about the same round, a little bit about the same time. But you came
yeah,
back to Dallas,
I did. Yeah,
and what was his name? Larry North. That you
yeah, I
called
worked there
Larry
for a
North?
while.
Is
Hmm.
people that don't know Larry North, he was like at the time one of the craziest successful personal trainer gyms,
Yeah,
right? The way
yeah,
he
it
moved up
was.
the ladder and stuff. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, it was. It was more of a, it wasn't a gym culture, I would call it. It was more of a boutique fitness type thing,
Yeah,
which
right.
was way different from what, you know, our stomping grounds
Yeah,
were.
I
But
never went in through the door. I just stared through the window.
yeah, man, I mean, there was,
You know what I mean? That's like you're not
it
welcome in
wasn't
here.
our place. I mean, it was
Yeah,
wonderful
but that's
people
what they're
there.
looking for,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I had some great clients there and met some really nice folks. And,
Awesome.
but it was a different environment. I mean, it wasn't, what I would call home to me. I mean, it was where I worked and I enjoyed it.
Oh
And
yeah,
it was a good opportunity. And, um, you know, it was a good place to cut my teeth and, you know, just,
that's what
I
I was
was
gonna
dealing with
say.
older populations, you know, and stuff like that. And so most of the people that I ran across there were always hurt and they always had some sort of injury or something going on. And so, I mean, it was good, you know, for what it
Yeah.
was.
So
Yeah.
how did you get into dealing with these injuries? Here's the most injured shoulder dude ever. But
Mhm.
but how did you get in? You just found a way to help people, or just from your years of in the gym and working on yourself, whatever. I was always going to ask you. I was curious about that. How you got your
So when I was growing up, I wanted to be a doctor. I mean, it's all I ever thought about. I mean, from the time I was like 10 years old, I was already reading anatomy books and, you know,
Oh yeah.
studying that stuff. I've just always been enamored with this stuff. And so that was something I always wanted to do. And then, you know, as I got older and before I got out of school, I started traveling and moving around a lot. And so I started school late in life, but I never stopped studying. And it's always been a passion of mine, even to this day. I mean,
Right.
I love my books. I love to study. And so when I started working again formally and not traveling so much and doing all the fashion stuff and what have you, um, I was, you know, working in the health club, still had all that knowledge from the gym, which I think, you know, the gym gave me a lot of practical experience because I mean, I did just
Right
about
on.
everything you could do. And so I could internalize a lot of things that I was studying and just through my own experiences. And then working with people who were older populations, because at Larry North, it was, you know, I think the median age of our folks was like in like 50s and 60s. And
Okay.
so inherited a lot of injuries with that stuff and just started applying the knowledge that I'd gained over the years and using that. And that's really where it got started. And for a long time, I was known for just fixing bad backs. And
Really
yeah, I was. And
awesome.
so that's where I started getting a deep dive into the nervous system and kinetics and, you know, intramuscular coordination and how it affects the low spine and back pain and stuff like that. So I've,
Wow.
I have been, I am enamored. You know, Psalm 139 says we're wonderfully and fearfully made. And I've always been enamored with how God put us together. And I still am to this day. You know, I'm fascinated.
Right on. Wow, that's awesome because that's very smart. You know, I'm like, what? Get more mineral those and
We just put voice together. You didn't expect all that, did you?
I did not.
All that from a gym rat.
Oh, that was different. I know you're on another level though. You're always been crazy smart and you know, always intellect about training and stuff. So, you know, I always could so I always
I,
appreciated any insight because it was I remember Mike Scarcelli getting upset with me when I said I wanted to do more like Dorian Yates. I didn't want to count everything, but I wish I would have been able to tell him before he
yeah,
passed that. I still used his basic every year for like 10 years, that kind of that, you know, those all those sets of squats or front squats or his
yeah,
basic. I'd use that routine in the office like for 4 months, you know,
yeah.
every year just to get, you know, strength and stuff. I wish I would have been able to, you know, I did take stuff from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think it was kind of, I hated that leaving. Like, I wasn't like saying, oh, I don't want to train with you. Well, kind of did, but you know.
Well, nobody has it locked down, right?
Right.
And to me, to me, I'm a student. You know, it's like I'm constantly in a state of learning. I mean, even to this day, you know, I've been,
Absolutely.
you know, and again, I'm completely enamored with how we work and how our bodies function. I'm fascinated, and so I try to keep an open mind. And I think to me, you know, I approach this with so much humility because, man, there's so much we don't know, and there's so much I've learned over the years. And I mean, it's taken me on a journey, and man, what an amazing thing that I've been privileged to be a part of is to grow up like I did, to have the friendships that I've had, like with you. It's like, you know, I haven't seen you in probably a decade, and it's like nothing's missed, you know. And I
Right.
think
Right.
those bonds are special, and you earn those bonds. You earn those through pain, through sweat, and that's a special thing. And I think that's something that's kind of gotten forgotten, and I hate to see that, but I'm very grateful. Extreme.
Yeah.
I'm just eternally grateful.
That is right. I like seeing you here now. It's like I just saw you at the gym just 2 days ago. Now we're
It's what it
talking
feels
about
like.
here. You know,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
It
Those
does. It
bonds
really
are deep,
does.
man. They're
It
in your
does.
DNA. They're
I
deep in
think
your
the last
DNA.
time I saw you was at when you came up here for the Royals.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
fun.
helping Ryan and them, you know, and that was awesome. You
Wasn't
know,
that cool?
that was really cool. It was a great
Yeah.
night, and you know, my nephew David ain't here with us anymore. Rest in peace. But it was a great night for all of us. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely.
We had a good time, man. I was you kind of saved me too though, because it was funny. So I've been training Ryan for several years, and he was like in the minor leagues at that point. And this is when he first came up through the Royals, and he had a banger. Like he came up like at the All-Star break. They pulled him up, and his first
Yeah.
game he hit a home run, and so he did exceptionally well, and so he was very popular and what have you. Well, I hadn't seen him since he got called up, right? And
Okay.
and so that's when I came up there with you, and I was like, well, shoot, man, you want to go to the game with me? And Ryan was like, yeah, man, tell me who you need tickets for, and we go. Well, so I'd been training Ryan probably like 3 years prior to that. And so when you watch one of your guys come up through the system like that, it's literally like watching one of your kids, you know,
Right.
and there's just no way to express what that feels like. And so, I'm with my wife, and to us, he's just like our kid.
Yeah.
And he calls, and I'm like on my way to the stadium. He goes, hey man, I got your tickets at will call. Just go get them. And he goes, they're going to have you come down to the field so you can take a picture with me. I was like, that's fine. So we go in, I'm not thinking anything of it. And I see you there, and we go down. Well, it didn't dawn on me the way it was going to affect me watching him come out of the dugout. Because if you'll remember, there's all these kids on the field. It was a turn to sign autographs that day. And when
Yes.
he walked out of the dugout, I almost lost my crap, because it's literally like watching your kid, right? And
Right.
I watched the reaction of all these kids when they saw him, and I'm sitting there and I'm like fighting back. I'm like, dang it, man, I'm not going to do this. And then you freaked out because you get to see Ryan because we're right there. You're like, just do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Garret just
Right.
winked out on me. This is funny as hell. I go,
I
Ryan,
was. I
forget
was.
the fact that I'm just now seeing you as a big leaguer. Will you talk to my friend?
Right. It was. And then it gets over to the players area where their friends and
Yeah.
family sat, and it was
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
real special. And you said something that day that really hit me, and like this isn't all. You know what I mean? It's just
And
like
all there is.
yeah,
Yeah.
this ain't all it is. This is just the beginning. So it
Yeah,
was
brother. Yeah. There's
incredible.
much more life, man. And but
It was
like I said,
almost like so surreal that night. I don't know why. It just was like I'm down here meeting my boy Chad and Ryan O'Hearn. It's just like
yeah,
wow, the new Kansas City Star. It was
yeah,
really appreciated though, Ryan too for being so cool and
yeah. He's sweet, isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. I
So
got so
I
many
still have
Ryan.
that picture of you and me, and I look like I'm whatever.
Dude,
I think I was a biscuit away from 270 then, but
bro, I laughed so hard, man. That made my day. That was like my trip right there. Is your reaction
oh
when
yeah.
you came out? I was like, wow. All right, here we go.
Hey, keep it real. It was. That was super nice. So you got a lot
Yeah.
of, but all those. So what did you do with Ryan? Just basically just bring went from college. Is that what he was? And
No, he had gotten drafted in the seventh round before I met him. And I think he had been in the minor league system for probably 2 years by the time he and I met. I'll have to ask him. I
yeah.
can't remember what his draft year was. So I think he and I started training together in 2015 or 2016.
Okay.
And his high school coach was Wyatt's high school coach. And
Okay.
Ryan called me one day, and his coach was like, dude, he needs help. And if you know anything about like the minor league system and baseball players, is like the minor league system is tough, and it's like a hard life, a lot of travel, no pay. Because when people don't realize this, but when a baseball player gets drafted, it's several years before they see the field. They have to work their way through the minor league system, and they're only making, like back then they were making 15 grand a year.
Oh
And
wow.
that's nothing. And
Right.
you're staying in cheap hotels, riding on cheap buses, and it's just like so they're pretty banged up. It's really a remarkable thing to watch a guy come up through the system and keep himself together and make it. But
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, so I had him. I think he was just coming out of Double A going into Triple A. And when I met him, he was like, it was funny, man. He was way out of shape. He was kind of chubby.
Really?
Yeah, he
Damn.
was. And
Yeah.
he came in and worked out with me, and he was so out of shape. And you got to remember, like, I'm still me from like when you and I were together.
Yes.
So I looked at him and I go, dude, I can't believe you're a professional athlete. He goes, well, I can hit. And I said, I don't know how. It's like, because you're as weak as a bucket of piss.
Really? So I had a lot of work to do with him to get him.
Yeah, but again, it wasn't because he didn't want to. It's just like literally they don't, and especially back then, it's changed quite a bit. Um, but I mean, generally speaking, I mean, there was no real I mean, there's just not a lot of resources for those guys, you know.
Gotcha. You're just
And
traveling and moving, and you're not even
yeah, I mean, they're working out
whatever
that.
food, right? You're just
Yeah, and
eating
sometimes it's
McDonald's
peanut
or
butter,
something.
sometimes it's pizza, like literally. I mean, it's like, and then
Yeah,
they're working out at a YMCA in the local town they're in, you know.
right.
So you can imagine it's not what you think. And
Yeah,
so for these guys to come up through the system and do what they do, it's gotten better. It's got remarkably better, but it's still tough.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, and so when he and I trained our first off season together, after 6 weeks, man, he made a big turnaround. His physique looked different. He looked great. And then every year from there, I mean, we just had a platform that we just kept building on. And to this day, I mean, now he's just a freaking beast, man. And that guy's work ethic is like, I mean, he is hard.
Yeah.
He's one of my toughest guys, and I mean, he'll be in here roughing it up with my NFL guys, and I mean, he's toe to toe.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. I mean, Ryan at one point I had him up to 230, and just rock solid
Oh,
and
yeah.
incredibly strong. And like my dumbbells are like, I have custom dumbbells that come from Europe, and they have the 2-inch handles that rotate, and they're stainless steel and they're hard to deal with. Yeah, but for
Really?
yeah, so for what my guys do,
Alex,
they're
make a note. We're going to Dallas. I haven't been there. I need next stop
yeah,
is at Marr Strength. I need to come down and get
come on, man. Yeah, they're called Watson Pro dumbbells. They're really nice, but I like them because the large handle and the footprint, but the dumbbell rotates. So when you start getting the heavier loads, it's really hard to hold on to. It's extremely unforgiving.
yeah.
But so we do farmers carries in here, and I got 70 kilos, which are about 154 pounds. But it's not it when you get a fat grip that rotates, that's very hard to hold on to. And Ryan can do farmers carries with those for 60 yards.
Wow.
And Leighton Vander Esch couldn't do it. And that's what freaked
Really?
him out. Yeah, from the Cowboys, which he's another.
Cowboy. Yeah.
I love Leighton, but yeah, they would just marvel at him and how strong. Because Leighton, dude, this was funny. There's a part of the year where like my football guys and my baseball guys kind of cross pollinate because
Oh, yeah.
the football guys are showing up and the baseball guys haven't left yet.
Right.
And Ryan and Cam Gallagher and Kevin McCarthy and all those guys that were with the Royals
Oh, yeah.
in one day, and I had a couple other big leaguers in there, and I had literally half the defensive room for the Cowboys at that point. So I had Vander Esch and a couple other all of his teammates from there, and these are big dudes,
Big dude.
and
I
and
said, you're
so
a big dude. And then I see pictures of you with these football players. I'm like,
oh, bro,
holy crap. What did
yeah.
I look like? A little baby? Them put
Yeah, they're
me on their
big, man.
shoulders.
They're big. They're big people,
They're big
man.
people. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're big
I
people.
mean, it's easy. Like, I mean, I got guys that are 350 pounds and they're solid. You know, I got a guy named Quinn Miners.
They
They
can
call him,
move.
oh, bro. There's a guy. Okay. There's a guy I trained, Byron Murphy. He's with the Seahawks.
Oh, yeah.
He's 6 feet tall, about 325 pounds. His combine, I think what do you run? A 4.7?
Wow.
Yeah, they can move.
No way.
They're
They
just
can move.
different, bro. They're
Now, do
different.
you help them get that speed with all of what you kind of do with them, or you're
Yeah, so I don't do quote unquote speed training per se. I mean, I do agility and work and what have you, but what I do is I break everything down and I find out where their deficits are, and then we work through that. My big thing
okay.
is kinetics and looking for gaps in their chain. And when I'm talking about chain, I'm talking about like the way the body transfers force and load through the system and how it carries itself. So like on a field, I need these guys to move, and I need them to move efficiently for long periods of time. And I need their workload capacity to be up here. Guys get hurt when things break down. And
Right.
as you fatigue, you know, this is when you fatigue is when you find out where all your weak spots are. And what we work to do is we want to eliminate that stuff. And so I will push these guys to a point where I find out where all that stuff is, and then we train it. And then we go out and we attack that stuff. And all of our protocols are written to expose those things and to drive into them. So I've gotten cussed at, yelled at, said stuff. I got guys that stopped talking to me. I've had a gym full of guys that will just tell me to go F myself, but they'll do the work because they know it's coming from a good place. I'm never I'm never handy-handed. I'm never mean. I never yell at my guys.
Yeah.
In fact, they hate it worse because I'll just walk up to them and I'll say, "Hey, I really need you to do another set," and it just burns their ass
Yeah.
because and they just know. And
You're not like a screamer, like one
I
more.
don't I don't I don't
I
need to
can see
be.
that your videos that time. I saw how you were so calm, but at the
Mhm.
same time, very stern, very like this what
Yeah,
be done.
yeah,
You
because
know,
we're working, we have business, and for us, and the way I explain it to my guys is like, hey, this is like trigonometry for the body. Let everybody else do simple math. We're doing trigonometry,
right,
and we're breaking things down, and it wears them out, and it's intended. It's not hard for the sake of being hard. It's hard for the sake of finding out. I need to know where your chinks in your armor are so we can address them, because that's how I help my guys. And I'm an advocate. I love my guys. I love all of them, and I
right,
want good for them. So all this stuff comes from a good place. But I'm going to lean into them. I'm going to rub on them pretty hard. But
mm,
they need that. They need it.
right,
But you have to be smart and deliberate, and you have to know what you're doing, because I mean this is their livelihood.
right.
And
And you're dealing with like $1 million athletes. I mean, you're right.
all
It's their livelihood. Yeah, that's
the time. Yeah, and you can the difference you can make in a guy's career, like if he's chronically injured and you can eliminate that, that's a game changer. And man, there's just it's like having
that's
kids.
something. Is that something you just have in your mind? Like you can pick it up, like you know, that's not. I mean, you can learn and read the books, like you said. That's also something where you got to be able to look at someone and know where that weakness. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
so I made
almost like
myself
a
years
gift,
ago do
almost kind
that.
of right from the
Yeah,
years. A
you
little
have to
book,
train your
little
mind.
education, and just
Mhm.
have that
Application.
internal. Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
So like right now, like I see this a lot with the teams that I deal with. There's all kinds of computer programs out there that will scan your body and show you like where the asymmetries are, where the imbalances at their joint are. You can just see it through static posture analysis. I refuse to use it. And the reason I refuse to use it is because if I can't look at them in a static posture and find those things, then I'm not going to find them out here on the gym floor either. I have to have a trained eye to do that stuff. And so I think like anything, like AI is a great tool. I use it to study sometimes. Like if I'm looking for something in a book that doesn't exist anymore, like I love like my go-to guys are like guys like Vladimir Janda, who was a Russian neurophysicist from years and years ago. A lot of his books you can't find anymore, but I can find some of the information from those books in AI. It's a great training tool, but I would never rely on that to be all my answers and everything. I mean, we have so much going on up here, but you got it. It's just like training in the gym. You got to use it. And so I refuse. I mean, technology's fine. I'm not knocking it. And I think there's some wonderful things that come of it. But to me, it's like my mind is my weapon, and I keep my mind sharp for them. And I never asked them to do anything that I didn't do. Like I had to have had done my work so that I can get them to do their work. And that's why I asked them and pushed them so hard, is because I did my work.
Right.
I refuse to compromise on it. I mean, I genuinely love my guys. I really do.
Yeah.
And I don't watch games. I can't. One time I watched a guy train, tackle a guy train. I was like, I can't do this. It's maddening.
Yeah.
It's like, I would rather I just kind of divorce myself from all of that. And I'm here in the moment with them when they're here, and that's it. Now, if I get invited to a game, of course I'll go, but that's the only time I'll see a game.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
I don't
And
watch,
you,
I don't watch
really?
games on TV. No,
Nothing. Don't even just
no.
get on the sidelines and
That's it. That's the only time
right.
I'll watch. I
I
just,
remember when you were watching Ryan that time at the game, it was a little intense. You know what I mean? Because it's like
yeah,
your boy's there, and it's like
it's different.
it
It's
is.
different.
I can see
It,
it, like the feeling of like you're almost
mhm.
there with him, like come on, come on.
You are. I
Yeah,
mean, I know what he did to get there. You
right.
And I know the stuff that nobody else knows, and I see the things that nobody else sees, and it's a shame. I mean, I hear people badmouth athletes, and I'm not saying that some of it isn't deserved. Maybe, I don't know.
Right.
Um, I think we all have spots, and so I would rather focus on my own than focus on somebody else's. But um, I don't know that people really realize what their days are like. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, Ryan texted me one time, and I bring Ryan up a lot because he and I are just really close. But
Right.
I'll never forget. He texted me one time after a second or third year up, and he was like, "I don't know where I'm at." And I pulled up the app for his game schedule, and I was like, "Well, dude, you're in Chicago." He goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay," because their days are just they're in the circus, man. They're just running. And it's the
Right.
same thing for the NFL. Those guys typically during season, they show up at their facilities 6, 7 in the morning, and they're sometimes there till 7 at night. and they're in classrooms all day. They're at practice.
Really,
Yeah, it's a long day.
it's a long
It's a
day.
really long day. So when I see these guys going to these events where they're doing stuff for charity, whatever, man, I'm telling you, bro, their schedules are insane, and
Yeah.
they're constantly going. So
Right.
it's different. And when you're close to the game, like I am, it's like it's a lot easier just to kind of. I would rather I just care about them. It's like,
Right. Yeah. That's
you know,
awesome. Though.
yeah,
But
yeah,
building relationships, you just have to build a. That's part of
yeah,
it, right? Building
yeah,
relationships, getting their trust, and
yeah,
I'm going to help you. I'm going to make you better, and whatever. You know what I mean? So that's
yeah, yeah,
that just blows me away. That's awesome. So
yeah. It's
glad you
fun.
can do that because that's you know what I mean. That's mind blowing. That's
It's a
wow.
privilege. It's a
Yeah.
privilege.
Wow. And you have
Yeah.
someone for the Jets? Do you still have somebody for the Jets or?
Will McDonald.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude, he's funny. I got some Will McDonald stories if you want them.
All right. Let's hear one.
He has some of these guys will surprise you, man. So Will shows up, his agent calls me, and I can't remember I don't want to talk about his issue, but he had some stuff he needed work on.
All
And so
right.
he's here before OTAs this year. And I hadn't met Will before. And then, some of the guys, you forget, like all these guys know each other. So I had like, I've trained Quinn Ewers for several years, and I didn't connect the dots that they played against each other in college. So I had Quinn here, and Quinn walks in and he sees Will, and they're like, "Oh, it's like that kind of stuff's kind of cool, right? You just
Right.
forget they all
Yeah.
run together." And anyways, so Will comes in, and I did his evaluation and what have you, and he had some things going on we need to address. And so as we got into it, like Will wanted to train by himself. Like he didn't want me to train him with anybody else. So I had to like train all the guys in the morning. So think about it. I'm working with like 20 to 30 guys in the morning. And then Will shows up at noon, and then I'm with him for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And so Will, bro, dude.
You get other people that request that want to be alone, like just.
I have sometimes,
I
yeah.
just say, I bet, I bet.
Yeah,
Some just want to
it
be.
happens sometimes. So I'm training with him, and you get to know somebody really good. And the thing is, it's the same thing. It's like I start when I find out what's going on with him, I start leaning in on it, and then it's like Will. After a while, he's like, "Coach, man, I'm scared as hell to come up here, man." He's like, every day he drive up here, he'd be scared to death. So
Hey,
and it's
I remember a
funny.
few of those days where you got the flies in the stomach. Oh shoot, we got legs.
You're crying on the way to the gym, right? So, but he did great. I mean, he did exceptionally well, and that guy was so gifted and talented. But I'll never forget, man. This is one of my favorite Will stories. Um, we're sitting there one day, and he always wore the same sweatshirt. And he was like, he kept doing this, and I was like, "What's he doing, man?" He goes, "Hey, coach." He goes, "Coach, you got an extra shirt, man?" Yeah, what's up? And he goes, "Man, I think my dog pissed on my hoodie." I was like, I go, seriously? He wore the same thing every day. I was like, and he goes, "Yeah, man, my dog pissed all over this thing, man." He was like,
Oh man.
God.
Hey, normal stuff, right?
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah.
And
So
that quarterback's doing good. Big Quinn is doing good.
I heard he is, yeah.
Yeah, there he is. So
That's good. He was here after OTAs and he looked great. I think the guys at the Dolphins are taking really good care of him, obviously, and it sounds like they're a good group over there.
hey, good. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys that went over there came from Exos, Brent, and knew Quinn real well, and I think he's a good man. And Quinn looked the best I've ever seen him. I only got to see Quinn during the college years. Man, their schedules suck.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's a year-round proposition for them. They don't really have a lot of free. NFL players have more free time than college football players do. And
Wow.
so basically, the longest stint I ever had with Quinn prior to him getting out of college was 2 weeks. And most of the time I just spend a weekend with him, and I was just working on stuff just to keep him straight and, keep him feeling
Okay.
good. But no, he's doing good. He looked great. I'm real happy for him. I think he ended up in a good spot. It was a surprise how all that went down for him, but I honestly think it'll work out for his best, and I sure hope it does. He's an awesome, awesome kid. Absolutely love him. I think the world of him. Just a really good dude, like a very solid kid. But I got a funny Will story for you too. He calls me. He calls me after OTAs start, and I hadn't seen or talked to him in 4 or 5 weeks. And then the same thing. He's like, Coach, like, what's up, buddy? He's like, hey man, can you help me out? Yeah, he goes, I'm trying to tell these guys up here what we're doing. He goes, and they don't get it. And he goes, man, I just want to do this group shit. I don't want to do the group shit, coach. And I was like, well, Will, yeah, I mean, he goes, can you come up here? I go, you know what? Let me talk to your agent. I was like, let me talk to your agent. And I called his agent and he was like, talk to Will. I said, yeah. And he goes, can you help? And I said, well, what do you want me to do? He goes, can you go up there? I said, sure. And he goes, I go, when? He goes, tomorrow. I go, okay. And I go, what do you want me to do? He goes, and he goes, look, man, he goes, if this was a 4th round draft pick, we're not having this conversation. He goes, it's Will McDonald. He goes, they want him happy. We want him happy. He goes, can you go? And I said, sure.
Wow.
So I did. So the next day I'm in New York and I'm in New Jersey, and I'm waiting on Will after I get there, and he picks me up at the hotel and he takes me. And on the way to the complex, I had a meeting at 3:30 with who I had no idea.
Oh.
And I'm on the phone with his agent. And I go, I go, dude, who am I meeting? He goes, I don't know. I go, oh, what are we doing? He goes, I don't know, man. He goes, can you just try to help out? I go, yeah, I'll help. I said, I don't know who I'm talking to though. And he goes, just call me after. I go, okay. We double park out front. He goes, Bill. And we go in and we're walking and we walk right past security. Security guy's like, hey. And Will's like, oh man, he's with me. And I'm like, I go, hey man, can I help this guy? I felt bad. I was like, can I help you? He goes, man, can you please sign in? I said, sure, I'll sign in. So we walk in the NFL complexes are really cool. Their facilities are amazing. Like the Minnesota Vikings, some of these places.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, their place is so cool. I mean, it's amazing.
Out there in the prairie, I was just saying.
Yeah, it's one of the best. Their field house locker room it's phenomenal. Their facilities are just tripped. But the Jets weren't. I mean, they were nice. So we go in, and I have no idea what we're doing. And Will's talking to somebody. Hey, man, we got a meeting. You need some receptionist somewhere in front of this bank of offices, and I'm just like waiting. Woman comes up to me, really nice. I mean, nice, like super polite.
Oh.
And we're talking. He's like, hey, man, where are you from? Or all this stuff. And he's like, hey, the meeting's ready. We go in. There's freaking Aaron Glenn, the head coach. And there's the GM. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is who I had no clue. And then the director of player performance and director of physical therapy was in there. And then Will was in there. And we talked for a little over an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half, a little over an hour.
Wow.
And
do I know about what you do with Will and stuff like that?
Yeah. It was just, I was just trying to describe them, what we had done and different things. And it was fun. Yeah. But the nicest people, man, like Aaron Glenn, you could tell just a really good man, really solid dude. Yeah, he was an impressive person. They all were. I mean, and that's the thing about the guys in that world that are at the top. I mean, there's a reason they're there.
Special.
They're good folks.
They're
really good folks. Yeah, they're hardworking.
That's good to hear because you hear a lot of noise. You know what I mean? You hear a lot of noise.
I've been fortunate enough to meet a lot of people, and there's the people in that level. I mean, not everybody. Like I said, we all have spots, and none of us are perfect, right? And that's why we need a savior. But there's a reason those guys are where they're at. There's a reason they're there. But that was fun. And I mean, I literally flew up there for that meeting, came home. It was
really
that was it.
Wow, that's impressive that Will, wanted you to be there, and you know what I mean? To respect you, to tell you, what I mean, with your that's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, the story just blew me away. This is incredible. Thank you for
fun,
sharing.
man.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Big time. So you got New Jane, so are most of these people that are genetic wonders, or are they or not? Or some I'm thinking most have genetic, like anything, I mean, the cream of the crop usually have, there'd be a couple not, but I mean majority are genetic, have some of those.
They're pretty special. I mean, they generally are. They're pretty special. I mean, I've seen some stuff. Man, some of these guys, as big as they are, the stuff that they can do. I mean, and forget the strength. I'm just talking about their ability to move. that's what's really impressive, and their ability to work. Like our workouts are hard, like on a high level. I mean, they're like in one of my program templates, it'll have 12. Well, I mean, there's one of them right there on the wall. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so like that's one of our templates. Can you see that?
Yes.
And I mean, you see there's like
Handed and
9 things on there. And it's like that's one cycle, and you got to do like 5 to 7 of those usually, and it's not easy. And the guys have, but we don't. I never jump. Nobody just jumps into that stuff either. Like we work into it. It takes time, but
yeah.
it's hard, and their
Oh
ability
yeah.
to work is pretty tremendous. And so, yeah, they're special people for sure.
Did you put Wyatt through this too when he was
That's
playing
how you grew
football?
up. Yeah, that's how you
I was
grew up.
gonna say, I bet.
So Wyatt was a speed freak, and in high school, his team went to state, and I did it. I think they did it 2 years in a row when he was in varsity. I ended up befriending his baseball coach, who again was Ryan's baseball coach in high school, and so I ended up training his whole team.
Oh
And when
wow.
we went to state, when his team went to state, we were the only team in the state playoffs with 0 injuries. But they were just, I mean, those guys were just studs. But Wyatt, funny story about Wyatt. So Wyatt was a speed freak. Like he could his fastest 60 time was a 6.39. His home to first time was like 3.7, which is pretty fast.
Yeah.
And but he could pitch. He was a lefty. So he gets to Southern Arkansas, and they decide to make him a pitcher only. And I'm like sick to my stomach. I'm like, dude, you're fast. Why are you not? And he's like, I just wanted to pitch, Dad. I'm like, fine. And he ended up being really good. And they went to the World Series. He was Division II, but he went to the World Series. And the next year, I think they went to Super Regionals. But Wyatt ended up being the strength coach for the team his senior year because
Really?
just found out about what his dad did.
Yeah.
So they asked for some help, and I just said sure. So Wyatt ended up running the training program.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
And he's engaged, right? You got engaged?
Yeah, he's engaged. Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations there, man. That's nice.
It's weird. It's weird, man. So,
It is, huh?
like Wyatt, dude. See, this is what I got to tell you about baseball players are nuts. So, so Wyatt, like all through college, because he's his dad's son, he let his hair grow, and he looked like he was in Leonard Skinner because he had hair down in the middle of his back, and he's got tattoos. Like I think he gets a tattoo for every special occasion. I mean, if we have broccoli, he's going to get a tattoo of it. It's weird.
Right.
And he's like wanting me to join him. I'm like, dude, I ain't doing that. I'm too old for that stuff. So, so during COVID, remember everybody came home, right?
Yeah.
All the college, everything shut down. So Wyatt calls me and he's disgusted. He goes, man, I got to come home because of an effing cold. I go, dude, I don't know what to tell you. And the team he was on was smoking. They were like going to the play. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. And so, because it was early in the season, but they were just going to be a shoe-in. So he comes home, and this is baseball, bro. He had been in college for 2-3 years, and he was completely corrupted because college athletics, bro, it's just different. And so, all right, think about it. He's got hair down the middle of his back.
Yes.
One night, we're in our house. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's a loud noise outside. You hear this rumbling down the stairs, and we look at the front door, and because Christy and I's bedroom went to the door, and there's Wyatt. You could see a silhouette, butt naked with an AR-15 and a mag light, and he's looking out the window, and he looks over at us. He's like, "Did y'all hear that?" And my wife, dude, never mind the fact I got a 120-pound Ridgeback laying in the bed with me. It's like I don't have anything to worry about.
Right.
My wife sits up, and she's like, "Wyatt, what are you doing?" And he just stares at us and just walks off. Butt naked, tattoos, long hair. I mean, and then guess what? I get yelled at.
Oh, dad's fault.
Yeah, it was my fault. Never mind the fact that he'd been gone for 2-3 years. And I was like,
this is their son.
I'm like, oh, well. Spillover from the gym.
Oh, yeah. That is awesome, man. What a character, not far, Yeah,
No,
he got some hair. He looks awesome.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like you, man. He definitely.
Yeah, he's. Huh?
Is he taller than you?
No. I
Close.
don't know. He's tall.
Yeah, he's tall. So yeah,
Yeah, he's tall. I think, I mean, but he never got really big, but he was a pitcher.
right.
Um, I mean, the heaviest I think he got was like 205, and he
Oh
kind of
yeah.
resides around 190 right now, but he stays really lean. I mean, he
Oh
trains
yeah.
a lot. So,
He
yeah.
found nutrition good, or he just stays lean no matter
No,
what?
no, man, he's dialed in. Like
Oh,
he's,
that's good.
he won't even drink water out of a plastic bottle.
Really? All right.
No,
Yeah.
no, he kind of
Yeah.
owns it a little bit. So,
Right.
but I mean, he grew up in it,
Yeah.
and it's just his normal.
Right.
All this stuff is his normal. So,
Wow. And
yeah,
he
I didn't think anything of it.
just comes right to him now. Natural, just the way he lived, and
Yeah,
oh,
that's how he
cool.
grew up.
So where did you guys? Where did he graduate from?
Southern Arkansas.
But where did high school did he? You got
Oh,
you
Wakeland High School in Frisco.
Frisco. That's how I was trying to remember the name.
Yeah,
Frisco.
yeah, yeah, Frisco,
Nothing
Texas.
back in the day. Frisco.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that was like fields or something back in the day.
No, dude, it was just cattle farms and stuff, and now
It's
it's like I think there's almost 300,000 people in Frisco.
right. I heard it's beautiful.
It's
I heard
kind
it's
of it's kind of an ant farm now. It's gotten so big.
oh, is
I
it?
love Frisco. Yeah, I mean, we lived there for over 20 years, but it's so, I mean, it's just so many people there.
You still there too?
Oh, no, Christy and I, when I moved to South Lake, about 6 months after coming over here, we moved over to Grapevine.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah,
How you like it there? That's been I went
I
there.
like it because it's quiet, man. It's just laid back, and there's tons of trails for me to take Judge and go do stuff with him. And
Talk about Judge here. This big ass animal beast that
that's my
that's a
companion
cool dog, man, you
and my
know?
African beauty. Yeah, yeah,
Wow. And what
yeah.
kind of dog is that?
He's a Rhodesian Ridgeback. The African lion hound is what they're famous for. I mean, he
Wow.
hadn't chased any lions, but he's chased a buttload of coyotes and deer.
What nothing to do with that thing, you know? Dog though, huh?
Yeah.
Best
So
friend, really, you know.
that's why I call him. He's my best friend.
Had him since a pup.
Yeah, I've had him since he was 8 weeks old. Wyatt got him for me for my birthday.
Oh, wow. Super
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So, I mean, I'm into animals, dude. I had that
No, you
mountain.
had some. That's another thing. What are these wild animals back in the day that you?
Dude, yeah, I had a so Scarcella story. This will crack you up. I had a mountain lion for a pet named
Yes.
Bobo. Yeah, yeah. His name was Bobo. And I had Bobo from a cub, and Bobo got up to like, I think, 240 pounds. And when he started jumping across the pool, we thought we might want to find an enclosure for him somewhere because this could get bad.
Would he really jump right over the pool like nothing?
They're freaks. I remember I took him to the vet once, and I went into the vet's office and I was like, "Hey man," I said, "he can do like," I was like, "He's jumping across the pool. He's jumping up, grabbing the pool brush off the wall at like 20 feet." I said, "What's he going to be able to do when he's full grown?" He goes, "Whatever he wants," which is true.
Right?
And I'll never forget, man, the day I took Bobo to the vet, and he was only like 85, 90 pounds at this point. I was going to be like the cool guy with the mountain lion. So I
Oh
wore
yeah.
all my Banana Republic crap, and all this stuff. And we go there, and he had scheduled it where nobody else was bringing pets at that time. So I walk in, and his whole staff comes out, and it's all females. And they're like, and I'm like, God, what am I, 20 years old? They're
Yeah.
like, oh, and they're like checking him out. We walk in, it's a hot summer day. I'll never forget this. And he's panting like a dog at the front door in the foyer when we walk in. And he's just sitting there, and everybody's like oohing and awing over him. And I had a big freaking orange collar, and I had a lead rope like you have for a horse. That's what I had for him. And that's how I walked him.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, can you?" Every dude. What's funny is every animal knows when it's at the vet. I don't care what.
No
And
matter what it is.
Bobo knew we were at the vet, dude. And we're sitting there, and they go, "Hey, can you take him in this room and we'll come in and look at him?" I said, "Sure." I go, "Bobo, come on." I was like, pulled on me. He went, eh. And I was like, oh, "That's weird." And I said, I pulled on it again, and he hissed at me. And then he growled, and then he made this roar. I never heard him make this sound before. It was like, yeah, we're at the vet. And so, man, we get into a fight in the foyer, and he beat my ass. That cat beat the living crap out of me. And I had to pick him up. And the first time I picked him up, he snapped at me. He'd never done that before.
Wow.
So I had to pick him up with his back to me. And I tried to walk in the room. He grabbed the awning of the doors. So I had to go in backwards, kick the door shut, fall on the floor. And then he jumps up on the tables, licking his paws, which looked like catcher's mitt, like it was
Oh,
no. And then 5 minutes later, you hear this tap on the door and the door cracks. Is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, we're fine. And I look like hell. I mean, my hair, my face was red. I had cat spit all over me. Almost, I looked like
yeah,
I was homeless, man. It's
great.
like, so much for the cool dude thing with the mountain lion. It's like, you got the ass kicked look now.
Gonna eat you.
Yeah, it ain't that cool no more.
Oh, wow. Yeah, any animal, they know it's the vet time, huh?
Uh,
We're here
so,
for the vet. Stay good.
so I had Scarcella come over one day to meet him,
Um,
and this was so funny. We come in the house, and Bubba was still a cub, and he was only like 40 pounds. He still had his spots, and my parents had a big house,
yeah.
and we walk in, and Bubba's standing on a coffee table, and when mountain lions get excited, they whistle, and Bubba would
Really?
whistle. Yeah, they sounds just like that.
Really?
Like, yeah, if you're out in the woods and you hear that,
Right.
yeah, it ain't a bird. You need to be looking. So we walk in,
Right. Now, I'll keep that. You know?
walk around the corner. Bobo whistles at me, and Mike goes, F that. And he just walked out of my house. He didn't even go back in. And I'm like,
I
dude,
don't
you're like
blame him.
Mr. America, man. I watched you bench 555 for a triple yesterday. That's a 40-pound cat. He's like, I ain't going back in that effing house, man. And it's like,
Hell no. I mean the same. That thing is dangerous.
oh man, it was
Big
fun.
Mike. Yeah, that's wow. How long did you have that? So is your mom and dad still alive?
Yeah, yeah, they are. They live here kind of in Flower Mountain, then they have a house in Palm Springs.
Oh,
So,
okay. Wow,
so
nice.
whenever they're home, I always get the phone calls. Like my mom's like, "Are you coming to see me?" I was like, "I don't know where you are. I didn't even know you were in town." She's like, "I got to make an appointment to see him." And my dad, like at a high school baseball game, this is how my parents roll, dude. My dad looks like everybody wants to know who he is.
Yeah.
So because he just drips of like Southern California. So he looks like Keith Richards.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we we're at a game, and I see a lady whose son played little league with Wyatt. And in high school, you don't see these people until I hadn't seen this lady since Wyatt was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And my parents fly into town, they're going to come see Wyatt play. This lady's sitting right next to me, and she and I are talking. Well, my parents come walking up in the stands. It's before the game. My dad walks over and he goes, "Oh, hi, hon." He thinks it's my wife, and he leans over and kisses this lady. And, and my mom's walking up. And she goes, "Leonard, that's not Christy." And he's like, "Oh hell, I'm sorry." And she was like, "No, my husband's out of town all the time. I'm fine." But that dude, it's that. I mean, yeah,
That's him.
yeah,
I knew he's a character, definitely. Big time.
yeah, he is.
That's
He
good
is.
to hear, man. They're still
Yeah,
live and well. Good,
yeah, brother. Yeah, they're good. They're good.
awesome. So what do they
Yeah.
think of what you do?
Uh, so it's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's different. Like,
Yeah.
my mom was in the hospital not too long ago. She had some stuff going on, and I had one of my players up here who she's seen pictures of. He used to play for the Cowboys, and this is how these guys are. And I was like, "Hey, man, I'm going to FaceTime my mom. You want to say hi?" And he goes, "Where is she?" And I told him. He goes, "Well, why don't we just go up there?" And I
Oh
go,
wow.
"Okay." So it was Neville Gallimore,
Oh
and
wow. Yeah.
so yeah, so we go over there, and we go in, and we walk in the room, and it was funny, bro, because Neville went to OU, and he
Oh,
played for the Cowboys. Now he's with the Colts. But my uncle was in there, who is a huge UT fan, and his wife is an OU. They know everything about Oklahoma and football and
oh yeah.
Texas. And I walk in with Neville. My mom about cried. It was
Oh,
cool. That was so cool. That I mean, it was like the coolest thing. It was like stuff like that is so much fun. Yeah,
right. That is cool. And he was
yeah.
cool to do that. That's
It was very sweet. But
yeah.
I mean, it's just that's how they are, man. If they know you love them, they'll love you back,
Right.
and they're wonderful people, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Incredible. That is
yeah.
just
That's a lot of fun.
That's so
So
good.
yeah,
That's just good feeling. You know what I mean? That
yeah,
positivity and all that,
yeah.
and
That's
making them
what life's all
connections,
about.
big time.
Yeah.
So do you
I'm
have any
already,
like young people come in there? Like
yeah,
high school kids and stuff like that are
yeah. I
or
got a
maybe
lot of high school kids.
okay.
And I mean, I've got kids that are as young as sometimes I'll take them like an eighth grade or whatever. It just depends on their maturity level and if they're able to like keep up with what we're doing. But I'll
Okay.
help everybody, and I've got I've got really great trainers. I've got some wonderful physical therapists. I've got some really good people around me, man. I'm very fortunate.
That's awesome. Built
Yeah.
that foundation, right? Just
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
years and COVID was tough. I know it had to be tough,
It
going through.
was. We
Yeah.
worked out of our garage. I ended up working out of my garage because we couldn't keep our facility open. And so all the guys like Ryan actually called one of the first guys that one of my guys with the Brewers called me. He said, I'm coming home. And they just left for spring training. I was like, you only been there for 3-4 weeks. And they're like, yeah, well, they're closing everything down. Ryan FaceTimed me and walked me through the complex in Arizona. And dude, it looked like a ghost town. He goes, I'll be home tomorrow.
Really?
And yeah, so I literally trained all the guys out of my garage because remember when that happened, we were only going to do a shutdown. Remember, it was only going to be 3 to 4 weeks.
Right.
So I brought a bunch of equipment home so I could just continue to train. And so I had a garage full of big league. Dude, I walked outside my garage one morning and there was a pitcher from the Cardinals standing there. He's like, man, can I work out here? Because, there was nowhere for anybody to go.
Right.
And that's a pretty tight community. They all know each other. And I was like, yeah, sure. I can't even remember what that guy's name was, but and again another funny story. That's why I met Alden Smith, who got picked back up by the Cowboys, who was with the 49ers, and that
Yeah.
was so he was training with me there, and I'll never forget it because I had Ryan and all the Royals and all those dudes were in the garage that one day, and a buddy of mine that I trained. Who was with he was in the league for 8 years. He said, hey, a friend of mine just got picked up by the Cowboys, kind of a big deal. I need you to take care of him. So he brings him over and it looks like freaking Sasquatch in my backyard standing over the fence. Like,
Really?
what? Like, what in the hell is that? I was like, seriously. And
Wow.
I didn't know who Alden Smith was and never met, I never seen him before, but I didn't even know who he was. But apparently he had done really well when he first came up in the league.
Yes, he did.
Well, when he came in the garage, I'd never seen everybody geeked out like that. They knew who it was, and I was like, it was kind of funny to watch. I'd never seen that before.
I
That
bet.
that was a big dude.
Big dude.
Yeah,
Was
but
he really? Hell, big.
he was probably one of the most gifted people I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, that guy could be had he been able to stick with it, and it was just
Yeah.
again just a prince of a guy. I really liked Alden a lot.
He's from right up the street from where I live here.
Is that right?
Yeah, he's from a
Yeah,
suburb of
that's
Kansas.
right. You know what? His dad's a professor somewhere up there.
Yes, right.
Yeah, I remember
He's
he and
from
I talked.
Raytown, where we used to live. He's from
Yeah,
Raytown.
he's
Yeah.
a very smart man. He just had a
Right.
lot of
Well,
stuff.
little mental health,
Yeah,
it
mhm,
happens,
yeah, but a
Not
really
a,
good dude.
yeah.
Yeah, real sweet guy. But one of the most physically gifted people I've ever worked with. You know, just an amazing athlete.
Man, one after another. That's incredible. All these things.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
Been great. I guess we're gonna have to wrap it up though a little bit here.
All
So
right, sure.
Just wanted to come in and say hi.
Hey, how are you?
How are you doing?
Good. It's good to see you. You look great.
I don't have earphones, so
There you
I
go.
can only hear you partly. But
All right. It's good to see you.
you look good.
Thank you, baby. You do too. God bless you.
Yeah, I was gonna say so do you use your I guess they just feel it, the spirituality and stuff, right? That you bring and the positivity and all that good stuff. So that's
You
a
can't
great
fake
match.
you can't fake God's presence. You just got to ask for it. And he's gracious enough. If you ask for it, you'll get it. And that's the glue that holds everything together, you know. And that's how I operate. I mean, I ask for help every day. I get up early every day. I try to be intentional. Like I said, I don't take what I do lightly, and it doesn't matter to me if you're a freshman in high school or if you're a guy that's just gotten a big contract. I mean, it all matters because you never know who you're dealing with, right?
Right.
And you know, everybody is somebody's son, somebody's daughter. you know, somebody's
Right.
brother, somebody's sister, you know, and we all have those and we all love those. So I try to treat them the way I would want somebody to treat my son or my daughter, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and just love them and let them know that they're important. That you know, the athletes, they've got a lot of things tugging on them, and they need normal in their life. They need somebody that will just be with them and just kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let them be who they are, and then just let's bust ass and work hard together. Let's create a life. Let's get as much out of you as you're supposed. Like, I want you to have everything you're supposed to have. And whatever I got to do to get you there, I'll do it. And if I got to get up early, I got to study, whatever, we'll make that happen. I'll do my part.
Oh
You know?
yeah. And then
So
some. As I,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Been
absolutely.
well, it's been a pleasure. You know, I mean, we
Yeah,
got to do it again, though. I'm sure. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I just enjoy talking to you and hearing,
yeah. It was
you
great
know, of
catching up.
course, I always have much love for you and your fam, and
Yeah,
even though, like you said, we don't talk or haven't seen each other, it's like we haven't missed a step. So,
no,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm
That's
not.
the
I'm gonna try not to cry here. You know what I mean?
go on, man, do it.
I'm about to ball my eyes
That's the
out.
first time I made a grown man cry.
It's just beautiful, man. You know what I mean? It means a lot.
Reverend Brown, Reverend Brown. I'm gonna start quoting movies, man.
Big time. Well, I just feel, it's been great. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate
Yeah.
your time because I know you're a busy man, and
Oh
it's I always
man,
feel like I don't want to bother nobody. So it's just
it's not a
thank you
bother,
so
it's a
much.
privilege.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
we'll get
privilege.
love to have you back on, like you said. Maybe we'll get a couple guys on, and
We can do
before
that.
that we have to sit down again and talk because we just hit the, you know what I mean? Just keep up the good
Tell
positivity.
me, you
Just
tell me what you want, man. We'll make it happen.
okay.
Baseball season's winding down, so God knows when I'll see those guys again. I mean, they usually start showing up by October if they don't make the playoffs, and
Okay. Wow.
and then I hope I don't see Ryan for a while, meaning that he'll go to the World Series. I hope they
Right. Right.
run for it.
Hope
So
so.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, big time. It'd be great, of course. You
Mhm.
know. Then
Yeah.
all the NFL guys you'll be quite busy, so but hopefully you
Yeah.
can take some time and just say hey and check
Yeah.
in with you and maybe next time we can do a little tour of the gym and you kind of you know what I mean? And
I'm happy to do that anytime.
that'd be awesome. Like I
All
said,
right.
we need to get down there and just see it and
You
feel
should.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I got
I don't know how
some.
many standing on. I don't know what I can do with those farmer carries, but I'll give it a rip. You
I
ever
got
see
a
an old
few.
man come down?
I got a few things
Oh yeah,
to try.
absolutely. I would appreciate. I got some ailments I need. Probably help me 100%. So I
I
did
would love
out of
that.
your shoulder when my shoulder was. I did look back at old bit where you were doing some shoulder
Mhm.
stuff to keep those rotators and stuff. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
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 So it's
There's a lot of it.
knowledge, man, crazy.
Happy to share it with you, man.
Right.
Um, by the way, there's 17 muscles that attach to your shoulder blade. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Look, that's. I want you to look it up, and
I'm
you
going
got to
to
write it
not.
all on paper. And here's the deal: it has to be in crayon, so you can't erase. All right,
Now, come
crayon,
on now, Marie.
and draw me a picture.
17. I'm gonna look that up. I'm like, wow, 17 months, really?
Yeah, there's that
I
many.
will. I will.
All
But thank
right.
you so much, Chad, man, and keep being blessed, brother. You know what I mean?
God
Do
bless you.
what you do, and
Yeah.
rise to the top. So it's awesome.
Yeah. Well, come
Thank you.
see me. Come see me.
We're gonna plan on it big time. It's only
All
8 hours
right.
away.
Yeah, I'm not far. Actually, I
Yeah,
think I have a player up at KU that I'm supposed to come see.
really.
Um, yeah, who
Only
is it?
30 minutes from me.
Well, hold on. I'll tell you who it is if you want to know.
All right.
I think it's a shoot.
Football or
Yeah, football.
oh,
Um, let me see. I'll look it up real quick. KU. He just texted me the other day. Oh, Dean Miller, football player.
okay.
Yeah, I think I might be coming up there for him
Oh wow.
soon. So if I do, I'll let you know.
Please do.
I will.
You know what I
I
mean?
will.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah. No,
Because
dude, I'm
Lawrence
gonna
ain't
go.
far over there,
Well, I want to go, like, seriously, if I come up there and I can make it around for a little bit, I'd love to go train.
I would too. That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be
Let's
so
just,
cool.
let's just
That'd be
get,
so surreal. Be like,
yeah. And I don't want to,
I might try to hurt myself now.
no, I ain't planning crap either. I'm not picking nothing. I'm not doing anything. It's going to be all you.
Okay,
All
you
right?
got it,
I'm
man.
not doing nothing. I'm not
Just back
even, just tell me what to do.
like old times, huh?
Yeah, man.
Let's go. All
All
right.
right. I'm in. I'm in.
I would love it, man. Absolutely. Well, all right, brother. God bless and keep
Bless
it
you.
pumping and keep sharing that knowledge. And till next time, my friend.
Yeah. Blessings to the family.
Peace out. Thank you.
All right, brother. Yeah.
All right.
Peace on you too. All
Thank
right.
you.
See ya.